Breaking news, my people. The US has finally attacked Venezuela. This time, the US bombed Venezuelan speedboat that was crossing across the Caribbean. So report says that the United States warship noticed that this Venezuelan speedboat was carrying drugs. So they had to attack and send some missiles on alive like 11 people in the ship. Alright. After this, Donald Trump passed a communique like message telling the public that this boat suspected to be carrying drugs across the Caribbean. So they had to take down this speedboat. So finally the war has really started between Venezuela and the US. Alright. And after this incident, the Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro said this attack has really now created more tension for the Venezuelan to attack the United States, because taking down this speedboat in the Caribbean that they have not even verified if truly this boat was carrying drugs or not. They just went ahead and intervened to take down this boat, and it has killed 11 people. So Maduro has said this time around the US is so serious about invasion, so they are going to attack the US. So we are waiting if they are going to retaliate immediately. Alright. So many of you people are really surprised, are really wondering that why is the US so interested in Venezuela? Because why not Mexico? Why not Cuba? Why not Bahamas? But only Venezuela. Why is the US so interested in Venezuela? Is it only because of this drug trafficking, or there is something that the US is really interested in? In today's video, I will tell you why the United States is so interested in Venezuela. Alright, so listen to this video, please. Listen to this video.
Have you actually asked yourself that question? Why is the United States so interested in Venezuela? Why? Why are they interested in Venezuela's drug situation or drug problem? Why not Mexico? Why not Cuba? Why not Bahamas? Why not anywhere else? Why Venezuela? Why not any other country? Guys, please stop allowing these people to fool you. Stop allowing these people to tell you lies. Stop allowing these people to feed you wrong information. For God's sake, open your eyes. Do researches. See what is going on beyond the headline they give to all of you. Why Venezuela? Let me tell you the reason why the United States is so interested in Venezuela. Now, it is because of Venezuela's oil. It is because of Venezuela's oil, because Venezuela has one of the biggest and the largest reserve of oil in the whole world. It is because of the Venezuelan oil, natural oil. That is what the United States is after. If anybody tells you anything else from what I just told you, tell them to off. Believe me, that is what the United States is interested in. Venezuelan oil, because Venezuela had one of the largest reserve of oil in the world. And that is the reason why United States is trying to muscle in. They launched a strike on the vessels and they claim it was carrying drugs. Who said the vessel was carrying drugs? This news was broadcasted by the United States. The same way they told us Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein has weapon of mass destruction. They said the vessels were carrying drugs. Says who? Obviously, they've done what they want to do. They'll cover it up. This is all about the oil, guys. Forget about the drug situation they're telling you about, the cartel, about Maduro involved in this. And every country has a drug problem. Mexico, Cuba, I mean, you name it. why Venezuela? Ask yourself that question. Come on. Stop allowing these people fool you with headlines. Stop allowing these people fill your head with wrong information, for God's sake. It is about the oil, nothing else. They claim it is because of the drugs. That is absolutely nonsense. If it was the drug problem, let's say, okay, it is the drug problem. And maybe let's say Maduro or Venezuela is filled with cartel, drug lords, right? And gangs. How does that concern the United States? Venezuela is a sovereign nation, is a sovereign country. Whatever goes on in Venezuela is Venezuela's problem. Let the government of Venezuela deal with it. What you need to do is protect your own border so that whatever is coming from Venezuela doesn't come into your country, right? That is what somebody in their right senses would think. Why would you go into somebody's country and start dictating to them how they live their lives, what they need to do, when they need to do it, and then as if that was not bad enough, you placed a bounty on the legitimate elected president of the country. You placed a bounty for his arrest. Who does that? Who does that? Let's be honest. Let's be straight and honest with ourselves. Who does that? Placing a bounty on a president of another man's country to be arrested because you suspect there's too much drug problem in the country. There's too much, because you suspect the president of that country is involved in gang related crime or is involved with the drug lord. How does that concern you? And some of you actually fell for that narrative, for that nonsense. It is not because of drug, guys. It is because of the Venezuelan oil. I will continue to say that until it sticks to your head. Venezuela has the largest reserve of oil in the world. One of the countries, by the way, that has the largest, let me put it that way. One of the countries in the world that has the largest oil reserve. Venezuela, look it up. Educate yourself. Don't wait for me to give you everything. I've given you this little information. Expand it and educate yourself. Donald Trump claimed the strike was launched on the vessels and 11 people so far as at the time I was making this video had been accounted for to be killed in that strike. As at the time I was doing video, bear in mind it was the United States that made all this claim that that vessel was carrying drugs. Nobody else, no intel, no information, nobody else has any details of anything. They launched the strike on that vessels and then they published the story. It was carrying drugs, leaving from Venezuelan port, going out to God knows where. How does that concern you? How? And this had already called for a massive condemnation from all the world leaders against Donald Trump. Trump claimed the vessels were carrying drugs. Al Capone said the vessel was carrying drug and it was operated by the Tren de Aragu gang. How did they know that? Who gave them those information? How come nobody else on the ground knew about this? Tren de Aragu gang operating a ship. How did the United States know? What gave them the belief that there was drug on that ship? This was just an intention to start something. I told you guys a while ago, I said sooner or later, United States will start dropping bombs in Venezuela. And yeah, it started. They started launching missiles at Venezuelan ships leaving the port from Venezuela, going out of the country. What happens to boarding the ship and searching it to see if there's weapon or drugs on it? And then you can publish it for you and me to see, right? That is the right way to do it. why launch missile? It is not Venezuela is not a war zone, is it? There's no war in Venezuela. Venezuela was doing okay. Whatever the economic problem was, they were doing fine until Donald Trump started making all the noises. Until the United States decided to go into the country. For what? They were doing fine. What happened to boarding that ship, to inspect it, to search it? Why would you have to launch missile? Venezuela is not a war zone. It's not Ukraine. It's not Iran. It's not Gaza. It's not Israel. Why would you launch a missile from an aircraft, from a fighter jet, on a vessel because you think it is carrying drugs?
So family, you have heard what this my colleague just said. Alright, so the main focus was on this Venezuelan oil, because you know Venezuela has biggest oil reserve in the world. So the US is so interested in that oil, not even about the drug trafficking that they are doing. Alright, so I always say that the US doesn't fight for nothing. He's up to something. Alright, and the US want a regime change. They want Maduro to step down. They want Nicolas Maduro to step down. Venezuela is a sovereign nation. Alright, Venezuela has maintained its sovereignty, being a decision maker, taking his own decision, independent country. And you as maybe a neighboring country, or maybe an outsider country, you want to come and overthrow them and overrule them. It's not proper. It's not normal. It's not normal. Why not go and do partners, or why not go and do same thing with Mexico, Cuba, or even Bahamas? You are coming back to Venezuela, saying that the Venezuela president is a drug lord. That's how Donald Trump called Maduro, Nicolas Maduro, that is a drug lord. So you have seen why they are so interested in Venezuela. Not just because of that drug, but because of the oil, and because Venezuela is doing partners with China and Russia. It's not doing deal with the US. That's why. Okay, just listen to this. Just listen to the speech of Donald Trump after this attack. Just listen. Let's listen. Stay tuned, please. Let's listen to this speech.
When you come out and when you leave the room, you'll see that we just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago, and we have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time. And we just, these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela. So we took it out, and you'll get to see that after this meeting is over.
So family, you have heard for yourself. You have heard. We pass on the communique, telling the public that they strike unalived 11 people. Unalived 11 people that associated the boat to be carrying drugs across the Caribbean. You guys, they have not even investigated if it was drugs that were really transporting drugs. They just attack and send inside to capsize the boat, unaliving 11 people inside the boat. And this has called now for retaliation from Maduro, because Maduro said this has really bring attention for them to really invade with the United States. And we all know that if this thing really escalate, if you go further, you know that the allies of Venezuela are going to march in. Russia, China, they are going to march into with war against the US. So what the US is really fighting for, it's not easy. It's not really that easy, because God will know that it's not easy to fight the US. But when allies are many behind Venezuela, then there's no need for the US to just turn down and bow. Alright. So family, you watching this video, what can you say about this recent conflict between Venezuela and the United States? Do you see this strike as a good attack, like as an immediate attack to stop this drug trafficking from Venezuela? What can you say about this? Just tell me in the comment section, alright? I'll be there to answer your questions, alright? So please, if you have come towards the end of this video, please do well to hit the subscribe button, share this video so that it reach many people around the world, alright? And please, I share relevant content like this, updating my people in Africa and the people around the world on what's going on in the globe, alright? So join the family by hitting the subscribe button, alright, so that you will be the first one to see any of my videos I'm going to upload on the channel, alright? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Boom shot.